Hi, my name is Joseph Anderson, and welcome to Returned Missionary University. Today we are going to answer the question, how can I be persistent? As an RM, at times it can seem so challenging to just keep being persistent and moving forward. Sometimes it's like you are looking down the proverbial tunnel and feel that you cannot see a speck of light at the end. It is perfectly normal and even okay to feel frustrated at these times in your life. I want you to know that you are not alone. Almost everyone has had to persevere, even when not seeing instant results. I want you to take a second and remember the very first time that you ever lifted a weight. Right when you finished your first workout, did you instantly feel your muscles get huge? Of course not. It took years of being persistent to get your body where it is now. Any worthwhile endeavor will take time. However, I believe that we can speed up that time by finding models. A model is someone that has already achieved a goal that you want to achieve. And find out what they did and how they did it. You can then use their knowledge to help you achieve that goal quicker. Today we're going to look at an excellent model of perseverance in the famous LDS quarterback that played for the San Francisco 49ers, Steve Young. Some of this is taken from an article on ESPN.com. Most of the milestones in Steve Young's life were reached only through an extraordinary amount of persistence and patience. Not many players have followed a road to the Pro Football Hall of Fame with as many detours, wrong turns, and rest stops as the one traversed by the former San Francisco 49er quarterback. But that crooked road led to a stellar career. Steve Young says, "I don't regret any of the places I went in football. Everything gave me an experience or memories that I'll have forever. We had more success in San Francisco, but it was a great time everywhere, and I always had fun." So Steve Young, when he was first at BYU, began his college career 8th on the depth chart. I didn't even know 8th string existed, but I guess it does. But he started 8th string, and then after he kept going up and up and up and up, once he got to past the college level, he waded through pro football backwaters in the USFL, and then to Tampa Bay before reaching San Francisco, where he spent 4 agonizing years as Joe Montana's backup. Now at the same time, you can think how much he learned being the understudy for a quarterback like Joe Montana. Finally, when Steve Young took over the 49ers shortly before his 30th birthday, Young finally had a chance to show off the athleticism, brains, and poise of perhaps the best running quarterback ever. And 4 years later, he threw 6 touchdowns, passes, and won the MVP award in the 1995 Super Bowl. And sometimes we think, well, if he was having all those trials on the field, he must have had a stellar life off the field. Actually, not exactly. You see, Young is no stranger to waiting off the field either. He didn't get married and start a family until his late 30s. Obviously, as we know, an exceptionally late start for members of our faith. So if you're 25 or 30 or even more than that and not married, it's okay. It's better to wait and find the right one than to marry the wrong one way too early. But even after all that waiting with Steve Young, everything worked out almost perfectly. He became a 3-time All-Pro who won 2 league MVP awards and 6 passing titles in a 15-year pro career. He has a wife and 2 sons, countless awards and trophies. But one really neat thing that I find about Steve Young is even when things were challenging, he continued to learn and grow. While Steve Young spent 4 years behind Montana, he earned a law degree while sitting on the bench for 2 Super Bowl runs. He didn't even know if he'd ever get his chance to run the team. But the other point of that is when it came, he was ready. If we're ready, when we're working hard on the bench, when we're working hard on our goals, when we're persevering, if we're ready when our number's called, it'll be a lot better and it'll work out much better for our lives. You know, Young waited an entire pro career. He waited years to get on the field, but it all worked out, and he was ready. So the next time you think about giving up on your goal or dream, stick with it. Be persistent. And a side note, if that girl turns you down, ask again. I've heard many experiences where a girl has said no over and over and over, and they finally go out with the guy because he is persistent and realize how awesome he is, and they end up getting married. No matter what area of your life, We can all take a valuable lesson here from Steve Young and be persistent in our lives, work, and relationships. So your action for this week is to decide that one thing that you need to exercise more persistence in, and then go and do it today. And feel free to comment in the comments below what it is that you're working on, and we can support each other. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Returned Missionary University and for being a part of RM Nation. Join us next week for another great episode. As always, I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope that you have an awesome day.